Hello, it's me again with Laynes Garage. Today we're doing a EGR blocker plate, and I've looked at this thing several different ways, and let me see if I can show you exactly where it's at. I guess you're all wondering, how do you get those bolts off back there? I mean, they're just ridiculous. There's no room, there's no leverage. And that's it right back in there. Absolutely no room. What I did is I zip tied my dipstick kind of out of the way right here, pulled it back and out of the way, and I've been trying, prying, fighting like hell, everything in the book. And I finally come up with a way to get those bolts out back there. Just a little bit of ingenuity. I've got this one loose. I got the bottom one loose already. It's turning right there. It's turning on the back side of that, so that one's loose. I'm going to show you how I did it. I got some 2,000-pound test strap, and I hooked it to a wrench that goes underneath there, and you can see it right there, how I tied it around into that wrench, and it's around that, and the wrench is on that top bolt now, because I already got the bottom one loose. And what you do is you just tie it on that wrench right there, and stick it on there, and come back here and ratchet. Let's see if we get this top. Alright, here's the line. This strap is going down to the wrench that's on the top bolt of the EGR inlet. So let's go ahead and ratchet this and see if we can get the top one to break loose. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go nice and easy. You know, you go too fast, you risk it popping off there. You always got to kind of keep looking at it, kind of keep checking it, see what it's doing. You don't want to just go all balls to the wall on it, you'll break something. You can kind of see it right back in there, in the very middle of the screen. That's where the wrench is. You can see how it's got the thing tied around it. Let's crank on a little bit more and see if we can't get it to pop loose here. Okay, the wrench is wanting to wobble a little bit, so I'm going to go in here and see if I can get the wrench back on there straight. Okay, we went ahead and resituated that ratchet on here, and I gave it about 3 cranks on it and it broke loose. You guys that are doing this, especially if you're scrawny like me, don't have a lot of power to get in there and pull that thing. So you just need a little ratchet strap is all you need to get those off, and it comes off. Man, that makes it cake, man. You don't have to take off the inner fender. You ain't got to get up under the truck. Nothing. I'll show you how I did it right here with this wrench. See this wrench right here? I had it tied up to where I had this thing going around the top right here. That way it wouldn't, I tied it up like that. That way it wouldn't slide down the wrench. And it popped it right off there. I'm not kidding you, it works. So if I can get my flashlight right here, I'll prove it to you. These bolts are loose. The bottom one's almost off. I got it backed all the way off. I'll go ahead and show you the bolt just for proof here, because I see a lot of videos on YouTube. All these guys, you know, they show it to you on the bench because it's too hard in the truck or this or that. Well, there's the bolt right there. That's the bolt for the bottom one. And the top one's just now broke loose when I was ratcheting on there a while ago and you guys were watching. It broke loose. So, simple way to get the EGR blocker plate on there. One of the hardest parts is getting those bolts off. So, next, probably about the same difficulty is getting the plate slid in between there. But I'm just going to use it. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try to find a way to incorporate this ratchet strap and pulling that up pipe away from the back of the EGR. And maybe that'll assist me again on getting the plate in there. So you guys that are wanting to do this, I highly recommend you use a ratchet strap. I mean, it worked perfectly. You ain't got to fight it, you ain't got to bust your knuckles up. You just tie it on the top of that wrench, put the wrench on the bolt, and go to ratchet. And you can see where I tied it up right there on the end of that corner mount right there. I'll show you. Right here on this deal. Now, if you don't want to, you want to kind of keep it a straight in line over there with that wrench as possible. Otherwise, it'll tweak and you'll round it off. But if you get that on there real good and snug, man, that's the only way to do it right there. Anyways, I'll check back in with you when I'm trying to wiggle this thing in between there, get the blocker plate on, and keep you guys updated. All right, thank you. All right, we are back again. I took a little break a while ago and went inside, ate some ice cream, and took a little break here. One of these things I found really helpful doing this install with this blocker plate is a mirror. I made my own little mirror here, my wife's makeup deal, and just electrical taped it onto this dowel rod, and it's real useful for getting back in there and seeing behind that EGR where your blocker plate goes. So like I was telling you earlier, using these ratchet straps, I was able to break those bolts loose really easy. And the next step I did is I wrapped a piece of tie wire. I don't know if you can see it down in there. That's where the blocker plate goes. You can see the tab. I've already got it in there. You can see the tab right there. But down below there where my flashlight is, you can see that little line. Let me see, right there in the dead middle of the screen, back in the back, that dark area, there's a little wire right there. I tied a piece of baling wire around that and went down to the bottom here. I used the baling wire because I couldn't get the strap. I couldn't get this strap right here around it with my fingers, so I used that baling wire to kind of go behind it, and then I tied my strap right there. If you guys can see that. There's the ratchet strap right here. It goes up in there. That's the line right there. Let me see if I can get a better view. Well, you can't really see, but it goes and ties up right there. And I hooked the strap down here, and I went to ratcheting, and that pulled that pipe away from the EGR cooler. It really pulled it right back, and I was able to just simply slide that plate right down in there, and you slide it right down that bottom bolt, and then just push it straight over onto the top bolt with that little tab. And I'm about to cut that baling wire, that way I can release the ratchet and start tightening these bolts back up. That pretty much wraps it up as far as that goes. And put back the boot in here, unzip tying my trans sticks. That way it gets back over right there in the middle where it's supposed to be, like it was before. And that's it. I'm gonna fire it up and check for leaks after I get these tightened down. And that'll pretty much be it. But yeah, I highly recommend this, making you a little mirror. It makes it so much better. I fought it for a little while trying to see if I get that bottom part of that plate in. Couldn't see, I couldn't tell if it was in there, so I went inside, and my wife's sleeping. I made that with her makeup deal, so hopefully she don't wake up in the morning and go do her makeup and get mad at me. So yeah, all the tools I use is a ratchet strap, a 12mm wrench, and a mirror. And that's it. That's all I used. Listening to some music. You guys killed my music because I had to take my phone off the dock to do this, so I'm kind of bummed about that. So I'm gonna plug it back in, listen to some more music, take me another drink of beer, and we'll keep on rocking. You guys like, subscribe below. This is Laynes Garage. Help me out. I'm trying to help you guys out, so thank you.